The return of the Anniversary Lrs, but who should you choose with your 500 red coins? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan Battle video for you here today. We have the upcoming Transcendent Dokkan campaign, Dokkan Festival Banner. This banner will be your standard Tanabata banner, right? Previously known as the Tanabata Dokkan Festival, where we will have a second chance at a featured Beast Gohan, as well as the return of the 11th Anniversary Lrs, just like it used to be. But with that said, the major question is, of the returning characters, who should you spend your 500 red coins on? After all, if you didn't manage to pity one of the characters during the 11th anniversary, this is your chance to get them. It might be your only chance again until November. We might get lucky and they return on the GDC banners, but it very likely might be us not seeing them again until much later this year. So with that said, there are 4 major units on this banner that I want to consider. And I'm going to rank them in order of who you should choose. So let me first say, right, this is your Dokkan Fest coins. So some things you need to consider are other Dokkan Fest that may not show up as often that you should consider, right? Characters like the Vegeta, Majin Vegeta and Goku, right? They're probably only going to have one other return this year. Maybe GDC, maybe the October banner. Can't say for sure, but we definitely want to make sure that we are watching out for them, as well as the God Vegeta. And this might be another character that may not return as often, so it might be better to consider saving your coins for them. Even if they aren't that good, for collection purposes, you may not have many opportunities to summon for them, whereas these characters are whereas the 2 anniversary characters are guaranteed to summon on a major banner, such as this one, GDC, or even the Black Friday banner. So with that said, let's go in order of ranking who should be your first choice. So in my opinion, if you only have 500 coins to work with, your priority should be the Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku. Not only does he have one of the best, most all-inclusive leads in the game, Daima Battle of Fate and Goku's Family covers just about any and every character you could ever want to run. He's also incredibly powerful, right? Having a massively raise on his 18 key and a greatly raise on his 12 key, allowing him to hit 100 mil supers as long as you get his 24 key. He also has an AEX super that buffs his attack even further by 140%, and also buffs allies attack for and buffs allies attack for 2 turns. However, it does only have a 77% chance to proc if he has if he performs a critical hit. So that's the key, right? So you want to make sure you've got some crit in this guy. He does have some based on the slot he's in, but you do want to make sure that he does have it, right? So the nice thing is, right, he's still buffing allies for 1 turn here with his 12 key, or with his 18 key, but getting the 2 turns means you can double stack it, right? If you're running double Daima Goku, right? Because he has guard and damage reduction, 40% plus an additional damage reduction as the first attacker in the turn, it means he's able to tank quite a few bit of hits, right, with that 50% damage reduction in the first slot, also giving another additional 40% once he gets that hit in the first slot. So very, very, very helpful, right? And if you want to really boost that critical hit chance, put him in slot 2 or 3, right? Get that boost for 5 turns. So very, very helpful there. So he is priority. You're going to make the most out of your teams by having this guy on them. Second priority, obviously, will be the 2nd Anniversary LR, the Dokkan Fest LR, that is, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. Now, these guys are geared towards long events. They do have some use in shorter events, but longer events are their forte. That is where they work the best, and you can see why, as they are an infinite stacker, raising attack by 44% and raising defense infinitely on both their 18 and 12 key. Now, their EX super is like the Vegeta and Trunks effect effect where they are increasing other allies' attack every single turn. No defense, but just attack, and that can only be activated if they have the 24 key with a 70% chance. So it's very helpful in things like festival battles and longer fights for characters who can't stack to benefit from that extra 10%. Now, they are incredibly defensive, right? After about a turn or two, they can tank most hits with 3 or more rainbow orbs, but obviously more the better, right? You get 3, 4 rainbow orbs, right? You're talking that's an extra 40% damage reduction on top of the base that they already have. Now, the only issue is they don't change their own rainbow spheres, so they do kind of need that help, right? Once going into Goku, though, right, Goku becomes an all-out offensive monster, right? Major crits in his kit, right? Massively raising attack, able to change orbs to ints, both when he switches in and on his active skill, and launching a powerful active skill that buffs Power of Wishes and GT Heroes for 44% attack and defense. Very, very powerful, right? We're talking like a character that can just chuck out 400 million attack stats at the end of festival battles. No problems at all. So honestly, he is your second choice. They do have a decent leader skill, leading GT Heroes, Power of Wishes, Power Beyond Super Saiyan. However, I do find that Daima Goku's is better and more all-inclusive. Very, very helpful. So if you were missing one, prioritize Daima Goku over the 4s. It's just going to work much, much better for you in the long run. Now, you have 2 other units that I've returned on this banner, and if you manage to pull the Beast Gohan and you have no issues with the if you have no issues with the Anniversary LRs, i.e. you already have them or you have enough coins to get both, I do recommend picking up Fizz Ultimate Gohan, who is also on the banner. While he is not providing support, what he is providing for your Beast Gohan is an incredible link partner, giving all the major links that he wants, as well as shooting out his own massive damage, right? Once you get going, especially on that active skill turn. Very, very helpful with that, right? You know, being able to provide pretty much everything except for I think Prepared for Battle for Beasts, right? They share pretty much everything else, so it's very, very good. Great partners, these two. Piccolo is also a good option. He benefits a lot from Tech Beast support, but I don't know that I'd recommend grabbing him with coins in the current moment. Maybe if part 2 ends up being a standalone Orange Piccolo, I might recommend him. It would depend on how they link and the support that's going on, but for the time being, I don't know that I would fully recommend him over all the other options. And if you guys saw our video on who to coin on the main Dokkan Fest banner, STR Cooler should be on this banner as well. I don't recommend coining him over anyone you see here, especially because at 55% he does lack crit, which is something he needs a lot of. So I don't recommend grabbing him. However, if you had everybody else, there's more, you know, its chances are he's going to get even more buffed than he already is as Metal Cooler returns later this year, and probably more Terrifying Conquerors get added. So that's more of an investment purchase, but I wouldn't recommend him over any others that I have recommended here thus far. So again, Daima Goku priority, Ant Super Saiyan 4's second, followed by Fizz Gohan, and lastly Piccolo. So really, again, I mean, I don't want to make it sound like Piccolo is not a good choice. He is, right? He's still incredibly powerful. If you watched our stream in our Grand Tour, you know that he can tank quite a few hits in slot 1. So it's not the worst thing in the world to anticipate him. Like, he's going to do really, really well. I just don't know that at 55%, he's going to struggle a little bit defensively. It's the only reason why I don't want to recommend that. At least with Gohan, you get the Link battery, but with him, well, I mean, you're also getting a giant form out of him, so it's not bad. He's still my 4th choice, but it's not a bad choice. So guys, that's it for the video. Again, that is my recommendation on who to coin from the return of the Anniversary LRs. Again, prioritize Daima Goku. He is going to benefit you the most in the long run out of everything, because he covers just about everyone else you could possibly imagine on a leader skill. So guys, that's it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and in the comments down below, let us know, who are you gonna summon for on this banner if you're trying to summon. If you're going to coin somebody, let us know who you're going to coin. Who have you been saving those coins for all year long? Let us know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.